Choosing to prioritize your health is literally a form of self-love. This is something that I learned, I won't necessarily say the hard way, but I will say it took me a very long time to learn this lesson. It took me a very long time to understand that healthy was not just about, losing weight, or healthy wasn't just about, eating certain things or going to the gym, but that healthy was that health really is about taking care of yourself. And it truly is a form of self-love. And I am so excited that tonight we're going to be joined by Dr. Tangie Great, because I've been following her for a while. Like, we've been in each other's DMs. Tangie, I see that you're on. If you want to go ahead and request to join, I'll let you in. We've been following each other for a while. We've been in each other's DMs for a while. We've actually gone live together before. I absolutely love her content. So if you are not following her, make sure you go and follow her. So I'll let her tell you more about her once she joins. But what I will say is, what I really love about her content is that she is very adamant about making sure that she's talking about health in a way that is about really loving yourself. Because we live in a world where people are talking about health in terms of the shape of your body and, trying to get rid of certain things, trying to shrink things, trying to tighten everything. And at the end of the day, I'm not here to say that, those things are necessarily wrong. But at the end of the day, if we're thinking about what really matters whenever it comes to our health, is how are we treating ourselves? It's how are we talking to ourselves? It's how are we treating our bodies? It's our thoughts, all of those things, right? And all of those things are tied into self-love. So I'm going to let Tangie in as soon as Instagram, stop doing what Instagram does, because y'all know we go through this every live. I got to tap the button about 78 times before it actually works, but we go get there. Let me see. Maybe it doesn't like my thumb. Let me try a different finger. Oh, here we go. A little shaky there. And okay, I think we're good.
Hello.
Hi, Tangie.
How are you?
I'm good. It's so good to see your face. So good to talk to you live.
No, I'm just so happy that you invited me back. I am sorry for being late. I was like, Lord, a 10-minute ride took 30 minutes. Like,
that's how it happens. That's how it happens. It's like right when you got something to do. It's like traffic is like, oh, you got something to do? I do too.
Exactly. Like, I was like, okay, I'm giving myself a 20-minute grace period just in case anything happens. Traffic said,
nah.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No worries. We're so happy to have you here. I was just saying how, like, you and I have gone live together before, how I love your content. We're always in each other's DMs, on each other's pages. So yes. Before I keep going on, I'm going to let you go ahead and tell the people, tell the world about you, who you are, what you got going on, all of the above.
Okay, so if she hasn't said already, my name is Dr. Tangie Great. I am a pharmacist full-time. That is my day job. What I do, and in my part-time, I love is really inspiring women to reach for body liberation, which is a new thing that I've really been promoting. I've always encouraged self-love, but then this last year, I really, really have been.
Hello, doggy.
Buddy, doggy, all it's real life, okay? If you come to my page, yes, you're gonna see real motherhood life.
Yes.
I didn't get a chance to say that yet, but I am a mom as well and a wife. And through my journey of it starting off to be a weight loss journey, it really turned into self-love, because I started my weight loss journey and then I became pregnant, and then weight loss got taken off the table. It couldn't be a priority because I was pregnant. Like, yeah, the weight was going to come, and really decoupling exercise with weight loss, it was a complete game changer for me. It allowed me to have so much trust, so much confidence in my body that I didn't even realize that's what I was doing when I was doing it. My goal was just to have a happy, healthy, active pregnancy. I didn't realize that in that process, that's what I was doing. And so that is what my community, Tribe Thrive, is all about. That is what my content is about, is really encouraging women to ditch the diet culture and try it from a different angle. I'm not saying like, it's okay to want to lose weight. I'm not shaming women for not wanting to lose weight, especially if you feel uncomfortable in your body, because sometimes certain amount of weight gain does cause some uncomfortability. I know for me it did. But what I'm saying is, you know, try this first. Like, let's try some other things, because so often we come from a place of not just all the negative emotions, not liking the way we look, not liking our clothes fitting, and like beat ourselves into submission. And losing weight isn't really that hard when you think about it. It's like basic: less calories in, burn more calories, you lose weight. But the issue comes with you keep on gaining and losing it back. I know for me, I always was like, I could lose it for an event, for a vacation, and then I would gain it right back. And until I really learned how to approach it from like letting go of the weight loss, like I said, that's when sustainability happened for me. And I lost the weight without, not saying not trying, but it felt in a way effortless, because it wasn't my number one. And so now it's like getting up, moving my body daily isn't about necessarily like losing weight. It's just a part of who I am. I love it. It feels good. There's so many benefits to moving your body. Like, losing weight is like it's a benefit, but at the same time, it's like so small compared to all of the little things. It's like,
it's a small piece of the puzzle, like, for sure.
The Caesar salad, you know, it's like it's a bare minimum. It's a bare minimum that you get. And often we think it's the prize. We think it's like, you know, we think it's like the Wagyu steak of weight loss, and really it's that little cheap salad they bring you in the beginning. And so I'm just so passionate about it. This year I've really stepped more into talking about it from that aspect, because that's really what's worked for me and allow me to sustain my weight loss through so many, you know, troublesome times, through the pandemic, motherhood, being a healthcare provider during this time. Like, all the reasons why people wouldn't have said anything if I gained the 50 pounds back or plus. People have been like, of course you did. You were so many things, but it didn't happen for me because I established habits and routines that just supported me and who I really wanted to be on the inside.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Who you really wanted to be on the inside. I think that is it's such a powerful piece, because we live in a world where weight loss is always the goal. Weight loss is like the KPI. Weight loss is like the success metric. And it's crazy because, like you said, like, once you separate weight loss and body movement, weight loss and what you're putting in your body, weight loss, once you just take that piece away, it literally is like, I know that for me, it was like a rock was lifted off of my chest. I was like, oh, wow, what do you know? I actually just like working out. Oh, what do you know? I actually don't even want to eat Bojangles every day. Like, what do you, like, it really is such an amazing feeling, and it's so liberating. And I think, to me, that, like, that's what true health really is like understanding, loving, and then trusting yourself to know what feels good for you, and then going after that. And if it includes weight loss, great. But like you said, like, nothing wrong with wanting to lose weight. But if we have that at the forefront, and that's our number one success metric, that's how we end up in these traps of like losing weight and gaining weight and diet culture and shame and guilt and like all of these negative things it's just a cycle. It literally is just an ongoing cycle.
An ongoing cycle. And the book that kind of really helped me get all of my thoughts together, that helped me get my thoughts together was The Guide to Intuitive Eating. I read that at the beginning of this year, and I just finished it. And it's like what I knew to be true in my heart, like what I was experiencing. I didn't realize that there was a whole nutritional evidence-based practice for it. I didn't even know that it existed. And so when I saw it on the page, I'm like, oh, this is what I've been trying to say, or what I've been feeling. And it's And I was like, okay, this is it. Like to have scientific data back it up and have terms to experience what, you know, you're going through. It just made me feel, seen. And it also showed you how, there's a reason why you gain the weight to begin with, and it necessarily doesn't have to do with your lack of self-discipline or consistency. It's other things in your life that are causing you to gain the weight. Like for me, I think about when I was in grad school, and that was like the heaviest I had ever been. But when I think about and I look at my life during that time, it was so stressful. All these new things were happening to me. I'm in grad school. I was newly engaged. My friends had all moved away, so it was just me. All these things. I wasn't active. I was extremely stressed, and stress it's a silent killer because it releases all these different hormones in your body that cause you to crave more things you wouldn't normally crave, increases your appetite, have you hold on to weight more than you would. And so during that time, I was like, of course I gained 50 pounds in that short time. Nothing in my life I wasn't being active. Like my activity literally was walking to my car to go to class, to sit in class for 8 hours like a job, to get back in my car, to go to the library, to study. And then when I did go to the gym, it was never for like pleasure or for stress relief. It was like, I got to lose this 10 pounds by tomorrow because I'm trying to be Tammy. Like, And so I love it because it's, it really just, if you have always been on a weight loss journey, like for all of your 20s or however people are old who are watching, even if you're older and you're watching this, if you just always are, I'm starting this weight loss journey every single year, I would really encourage and urge people to like, what if it wasn't a weight loss journey? Like, what if weight loss, like you didn't even care about it? Like, just try it and see. For me, I got pushed into it because I was pregnant, but it was like the biggest blessing in my life because it really was the key factor to it. And it's just, it's like, I've been using this reel all the time, but it's like, you're going to love it, but you're going to suffer first. Like, you probably will hop on the scale and you might see that it's heavier today than it was yesterday. You're going to wake up and be like, the F is going on. Like, if you're going to suffer first, but once you get to that end, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like,
you're going to be feeling better. And I feel like above all, that's really what it comes down to is like, how do you really feel like from the inside out? Like, I mean, I know that for me, I'm the heaviest right now that I've ever been in my life, but I've never been as comfortable with my body as I am right now. I've never felt as confident putting on whatever the hell I want to put on. I've never felt as comfortable like in my relationship. I've never felt as comfortable talking about these things, even though like physically I'm a lot heavier, because at the end of the day, it really does, like, it starts in the mind, and it's all about how you feel. It's all about deciding that I'm worthy right now. I'm worthy enough to love myself the way that I am. I don't need to lose a certain amount of weight for an event, for a man, for a woman, for a party, or, you know, whatever it is. Like, I get to have that right now. And I think that, especially as like a Black woman, and I know I want to ask you about that too, because, you know, this is Healthy, Big, and Black. Yeah. I feel like as a Black woman, you know, for so long, we've already been conditioned to believe that we're not enough. We've already been conditioned to believe that, like, we need to put everyone else before ourselves. Like, we didn't really grow up. A lot of us didn't grow up in situations where people were talking a lot about true health and what that really means. And I know that you've shared some about your story, but I would love to know, like, how do you feel like being a Black woman has had an impact on your health journey in particular?
I feel like it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because as a healthcare professional, I do have to say that for Black people in general, weight is important in a sense that there are some disease states that are affected by your weight and things like that. And that's just the simple matter of the fact. But there's root causes to why we tend to be big. There's systemic things. There's so many other things where it's not
so many things.
Because we're so worried about health and stuff like that, especially for Black women, I feel like our demographic is targeted because we're results oriented, especially if you're a high achieving Black woman. And I'm sure everyone who's following you, who's following me, we are high achieving Black women. So we like, if I don't get this money by tomorrow, obviously it's not working. And true wellness, true health doesn't happen overnight.
Mm-hmm.
But we're faced with these conditions where we need something quickly, then we're like, oh, this diet, I saw so-and-so on TV, like they blinked and she lost 20 pounds. Maybe I need to do it. And it's sad because it's like, we never get the opportunity to have really the ability to really explore our health and things like that. And I'm going to go off on a little tangent, but I love how like around the Thanksgiving time, they have this thing called Decolonize Your Plate. And they're talking about like, we're eating kale and things like that. Like, we're not accepting all cultural foods because someone decided that collard greens weren't healthy, when really collard greens carry just as much vitamins, minerals as kale does. It's all how you prepare it. You can make kale right now and it can be some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
The kale the same way for how you cook your collard greens. And so I think it really goes back to allowing Black women the ability to have pleasure. Because honestly, I think that what it goes back to, like, as Black women, as a society, we like pleasure is something that we didn't see our moms reach for it. Society sure doesn't allow us to have it. And so really finding pleasure in what you're doing. And so like eating a meal, it being pleasurable, moving your body, it being having pleasure. And so like I always found, like, I'm very fortunate that I grew up with a mom who was like, fuck all that shit, I'm about to do what I want to do. And so she just really inspired me to not really care about that. And so of course media and stuff still gets into, like, even with having a mom who was like, your body is perfect, these doctors don't know what they're talking about, the BMI scale is a lie. Like, even having that as a mother, it still affects you, because the truth of the matter is the world doesn't think that bigger bodies are valuable. And if you are in a bigger body as a Black woman, if your body is valuable as a Black woman, your body got to look a certain way. You got to look like this. And all Black women don't look like that.
Period.
Like this. Sometimes we look like that. We look different, but we don't have the opportunity. So it's like, you're only found valuable if you're a Black woman, if your body looks like that. So it's hard when society is saying, well, we only value these types of bodies, to look inside yourself as a woman and be like, no, my body is valuable regardless.
Just the way it is.
That's the way it is. Like, I'm already worth it just because I'm a human and I exist.
Yes.
And, you know, and just really honing in on that and thinking that is true, and just surrounding yourself around other women, other communities and things like that, and not being afraid to unfollow people. Because sometimes I feel like in the beginning, when I like, before I even lost the weight or before I got into this space of encouraging other women to do the same, I was like comparing. And the truth of the matter is, like, I love the quote by Brene Brown, like, comparison, humans, we're going to compare forever. And like, when she said that, it was really freeing to me, because sometimes you feel bad, like, damn, I know I shouldn't be comparing myself, but guess what? We're hardwired. It's in our DNA to compare. Now, the thing is, what are you going to do from that point? Like, you have the choice. Are you going to go down the spiral, start talking to yourself negative? Are you going to acknowledge, like, okay, you know what? That she's different, that's cool, and switch your mindset and go to something else. And so I really feel like in order to do that, sometimes you gotta unfollow some people. For me, I had to go through and follow a lot of accounts, and there was nothing wrong with the women in these accounts, but for me, it made me feel bad. It made me feel like, dang, maybe I need to be losing more weight. Even now, I still be like, when you see someone's before and after picture, you think, dang, I need to lose some more weight. And it's because as a society, that's what we cheer on. We cheer on 10 pounds, 5 pounds. Ain't nobody cheer me on for saying, hey, Tange, you've been sustainable. Like, you've been looking the same for good job. Don't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, good, you ain't yo-yo in 3 years. Like,
it's real.
It's the transformation pics, and I understand there's a place for that, and there's a place for sharing your stories, and I appreciate all the love and the support. But when I look back, I'm thinking that is Tangie from 2019. From you're seeing this is Tangie from 2022, and so it's kind of like we're hardwired. Even if you're actively being conscious of it, you're still affected by it. So just imagine if you're not conscious of it and you just out here just letting the internet throw anything at you, it's like warfare. And so
it is
really acknowledging that diet culture is a business. It's money making.
Billions.
It's money making. And the people these influencers who are selling these things or showing these things, the truth of the matter is they've already tapped into it too. They tapped into it. They're not working out necessarily to lose any more weight. Like, this is who they are. But no one wants to talk about that part. People just want to know, I'm trying to lose 10 pounds. Tell me what to do.
Where can I get the flat tummy tea? Where can I get the detox where I can drop 7 pounds in 7 days?
And I don't know. I don't know the answer. That is not my role. That is not my ministry. I cannot help you do that. Tangie, how do I lose 10 pounds in 10 days? I don't know. And there's people who can get you that, but that's not what I'm about, because I know it's not sustainable. I know when life starts lifing, which it does, you're going to be right back. I'm going to see your post. Oh, I want to have abs, but I like cake, or whatever, the little memes around the year that people see. And like, the memes are funny, but they low-key kind of piss me off a little bit too, because
I feel that so much. You see me, you be like, you laugh, but you be like, damn.
I really be having an attitude, because I be like, well, first of all, like, what? The real question is, why do you want abs? Really, like, honestly, truly, why do you really want them? Because, like, do you really want? And there's people who have abs who love them, but like, for me, one thing about me, I'm gonna eat the cake. So I will take whatever I get from but I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm not a competition. It's not my livelihood. So like, why really do you want abs, and do you want to live the life it takes to maintain your body to look that way? Now, if you only want to eat ground beef and rice, okay, but do you really want to eat that? No, that's why you binging on the weekends. It's a whole cycle, but we don't think of it like that. We're thinking, oh, this is, a treat day. We try to change the word so we don't feel better. We call it a treat, call it a cheat. Baby girl, no, you're binging. That's what you're doing.
And you're binging because you've been depriving yourself all week. You've been depriving yourself all month. Y'all, I know. We know, we've done it.
I know, because
that's literally what I'm constantly saying. I'm like, yo, I'm not here to throw shade, because I get it. I have been there. Like, I know the days of like, oh my God, on Friday, I get to have pizza, and I probably ate pizza, a cheeseburger, ice cream, and cake, because all week, all I ate was some damn chicken breast and broccoli, and like, I'm over it. Exactly. And, going back to what Tangie was just saying, like, you really got to think about, what do I want? If you truly want, let's say you really do want 6-pack abs, that's cool. But just understand the difference between wanting that because you have a personal fitness goal, because you love to push your body, and wanting that because you feel like you're supposed to have that, or wanting that because you feel like now you're more valuable. Now you're more something else because now your stomach looks a certain way. Personally, for me, I mean, and y'all know, like, y'all know I love fitness. Like, I am, listen, I'm not saying I'm a gym rat. That's why I'm taking it a little bit too far. But I love to lift. I love to run. I have zero desire to have abs. That's me. Right. That's me personally. But I do love fitness. I love feeling strong. I love feeling like lean. Like, I really love those things. And going back to essentially everything that we're talking about, if you look at it from a form of self-love, it's like, I'm doing these things because I love them. Because I'm showing me that, hey, Bianca, you love to do this. You deserve to do this. If you love to eat tacos, eat tacos. Like, if you don't love the gym, don't go to the gym. Like, you really just have to like come back to your core at the end of the day. So anywho, literally, these are all things that Tangi is constantly preaching on her page. I'm always in her comments, like dropping a fire emojis, dropping the targets, like yes, yes. So I highly, highly recommend y'all. If you're not following her, please, please go follow her. Tangi, let people know if you have anything else going on or if they want to work with you, like how they can get in touch.
Okay, so right now there's this is actually, okay, so I'll do the premiere here. I haven't announced it on socials yet, but I'll drop it here. So the first thing is our running monthly wellness group, Tribe Thrive. This month we're really focusing on Ginsu nutrition, intuitive eating. So if you want to know more about it, if you are interested in really nourishing your body, fueling your body with really good food, and learning the nutritional reasons why you're eating certain things, and realizing that there's a way to get that sweet tooth mess, but that's also still gonna allow you to eat with your goals, and you can realize like that one donut you had at lunchtime isn't gonna make or break you. So I'm really excited about that. We start that September 5th. If you go to the link in my bio, it's at the Confidence Coach, or you can just search my name, Dr. Tangi Gray, and it says join Tribe Thrive. You fill out a quick form, we'll get you in there. Really easy way. So there's my hype man coming to work with us. And this is a separate thing I'm doing. It's not connected with wellness. It's still connected with wellness, but it's not from a physical aspect or anything at all. It is my 100-day Believe Bigger challenge. We'll be starting that in September, and it's really for women who want to build a morning routine that is centered in just making time and making space for God. If you have been wanting to make time to do your devotion in the morning, get that space, this is to do it. So there is no official way to sign up for that yet. If you're on this live, you're like, "Ooh, I want to know about it," you can DM me and I'll get you the information. That'll be coming out week, but I'm excited. It's my first solo project outside of Tribe Thrive, but women all the time ask me what I'm reading, what devotion I'm reading, and it's so funny because I have the devotional right here. So it worked out good because it's my little book fair. But it is 100 Days of Believing Bigger. I am a firm believer of not waiting until the new year to start believing for or putting in habits that we want. So not waiting until 2023 to start your New Year's resolution. If you want to build a morning routine that is centered around really doing things to make you feel good, spending time with God, like it takes 90 days to build a habit, so why not start now? Excited about that. So yeah, those are the two things that are going on. Again, it's at Confidence Coach on Instagram. And yeah, that's it. I'm so excited. Can't wait.
Yes, y'all. Again, make sure you go follow her. If you are watching from Tangi's Lab and you're not following me, all things healthy, big, and black, here to help Black women learn how to be healthy their way, without the diet, without the bullshits. Love your right now body, level up in your confidence. Let's go. Make sure you hit that follow button. We're gonna jump off. Tangi, thank you so much for doing this again. I know this will not be the last time because we have so many things. We have so many things that we could just go on and on about. Thank you again for joining, and we will catch y'all next time.
All right, see you.